Hi guys, welcome to Dre Reviews channel. Thank you for being here. I want to talk today about my pickup from the local Nike store near my house. So this is the Kobe 8 Protro College Navy and White colorway. As you can see by the box, College Navy, White, Marine, College Blanc, so pretty standard stuff. Many reviewers said that this shoe was fit narrow, and it's probably true if you're a wide footer, but I personally had no issues with going to my true to size. And in fact, I tried on the size above this in the store, and I found this true to size to be just perfectly comfortable. I didn't find it narrow at all. I mean, maybe a little bit at the top, but nothing out of the ordinary. For a reference, I've been playing in Luka 1s and they fit fine recently. So, you know, Nike, Jordan brand, they might have different sizing sometimes, but as far as these models are concerned, I didn't find a need to go up half a size. I've done that before in some KDs, but after playing in them, they stretched out, so then it was kind of like not really true to size after I played in them many hours. So that's why I just went true to size with this one, and just I double checked in the store, made sure my toe felt fine. So if you can try them on, because it could be a toss-up, but I would go true to size. But if I did have a super wide foot, not sure I would even go with these shoes as a model, just because they're not super helpful for somebody who's a wide footer and needs more space when they're playing basketball. So I'd maybe look at other models, but if you have just a regular foot and you can try them on, go for it. This is a great option. This color is just fantastic. I mean, the navy just pops. I'm a big fan of navy colorways. So yeah, this was an immediate cop for me. And yeah, here, let me show you some more details about the shoe. So the shoe, you know, has carbon fiber in the midfoot. It has the herringbone with the scales pattern, and it has all sorts of the typical Mamba details. But to be honest, I don't know what the Mamba code is meaning on this model. I'm sure people could point it out, but I'm not quite sure what it says for this model. Have to look it up, but it does have some symbols, and I'd be interested to find out what they mean and what the Mamba code in the back says. I always found that to be a cool detail. I just never looked into what it actually means. I know in the Kobe 9, the Mamba code is Vini Vidi Vici, but I'm not quite sure what it says on the heel of this one. Of course, you got the Kobe signature emblem here, so rest in peace Mamba. It's going to be really enjoyable to play in these once I get them out, and I'll follow up to the review with once I get playing in them and break them in and see how they feel. Obviously, the tongue is a bit bigger on this one than it used to be. As far as quality concerned, it's pretty good. When I looked at it in the store, I was like, this is decent. I noticed there was like this kind of strange line here, but that was not really a big enough deal to really bother me to not purchase them, because I'm gonna play basketball in them anyway, and they're gonna get like all creased, and shoes are gonna get creased anyway. So to me, it's not a big deal. I've had shoes with leather where it already looks creased, but I just wear it and it doesn't bother me. But you know, especially for a performance shoe, this is not a big deal. But I do want to point it out, because on this pair in the toe box, I don't really see that prominent of a line. When you compare it this way, maybe you can see it. It looks like, you know, a little bit of a toe, you know, just natural bend of the shoe if you do a toe bend. So let's see. Yeah, so you can a little bit notice it, but like I said, I'm going to be playing basketball on these. These are not meant to be just, you know, shoes to put on the wall. These are going to be seeing the many court hours once I get them broken in and see how they do on a dusty 24-hour fitness court. So yeah, the main purpose of this video is just to do my unboxing and just my initial impressions, because I was not expecting to get these. I actually ordered the black pair, which is nicknamed the Hollywood Knights. yesterday night, and I went into the store and I found these, and they didn't have them on the website I ordered the black ones from. So I was like, why not just get this other pair? Because I play a lot of basketball, so I can get my use out of them. And yeah, just what a great way to honor Kobe and, you know, all the legacy he left us, to continue playing in his name plate here. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what other Kobe's come out. Back in the 2010s, I had a few pairs, but uh, was never able to get too many of them, just because I was in a different situation. But now that we have them here in 2024, I'm just so excited, and I'll definitely be back with my follow-up to this to say what I found after playing more hours in them, because, you know, as you play in shoes, you get to know them better, you see their strengths and weaknesses. So I'll be back in the next segment. So this is the follow-up to the initial impressions review of the Kobe 8 and the Team Bank colorway. A few things to note about the follow-up. So I ended up playing many games in these after shooting around for a while to try to break them in. So my first impressions of these actual in gameplay in the most dustiest 24-hour fitness court that I know of, they were good. The court feel was pretty nice, but the herringbone just didn't quite stop on a dime compared to what you'd expect on a clean court. So on a dusty court at 24-hour fitness, this traction worked good, but frankly, I still had to wipe and I was still slipping because, you know, this is like the dustiest court I've ever played on, and it's always dusty at that 24-hour fitness. So it was really, you know, just to test it in the worst case scenario. I will test them in another 24 to see if I have a better chance to get more traction, which is not the shoe's fault. I mean, I've had many herringbone-based tractions, which just simply do not grip on this 24-hour fitness court that I played on. So I kind of knew that going into it, because in a previous shoe that I had, which was the Harden Volume 6, those things are all herringbone, and I was sliding around like ice skates. So these ones were better than those, but still not the stopping power on a dusty court, you know, that some other models that I have are able to cut through the dust, such as the Kyrie 4. I've played Kyrie 4 on the same court, which is, like I said, always the dustiest court I ever play on. So the Kyrie 4 will actually get me stopping power on that court, versus these, they did get me stopping power, but not nearly as good as the Kyrie 4. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. It's just that court is just so bad that 24-hour fitness never cleans it, and they leave dust there for ages and nobody wipes it down. So that's the worst case scenario court to play on, to really do a test in that way. As far as comfort goes, I really liked the lockdown on this shoe. The lockdown was great. My foot just feels planted to the floor. The React foam is nice, it's solid, but surprisingly, my knees started to hurt after playing like 3 hours or so. So just keep that in mind. It's not a lot of impact protection, but for me, I didn't mind it too much. And then I also changed out these laces to these white laces because I just wanted to try something different. And yeah, I also noticed in the stock laces, like I couldn't tie them down that well, and my shoes came undone with the navy laces initially. So just something to note. And following up from the initial impressions, I found out what the Kobe code means in the back here, which it's supposed to say chase perfection. So there you go. I looked it up. Other than that, I'm going to try them out on a cleaner court and see how they do today. And I'm sure they'll do better on the clean court. They should have no problem. But on a super dusty court, I'm probably wouldn't recommend herringbone on at least the court that I played on. But I still played in them, and you know, they did their job. But man, it's just that court really like takes away from any shoe you bring on it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. It's much different from what I'm used to playing in. I primarily play in the Luka 1, and that one's like really my favorite shoe right now to play in. And so I'm going to give these more hours and see how they go. But overall, I'm satisfied with this purchase, and I'm glad they brought the Kobe's back. And so, yeah, that's my, second impressions after getting them out on the court for the first time. All right, thanks for watching.